The Gates generation. Young software developers get a chance to show their stuff to the man who opened their minds and their careers to the great digital dream. Imagine the future. Bill Gates did, and he built a multi-billion-dollar empire that's touched almost every developed country in the world. Well, now Gates has set his sights on the have-nots. At this moment, he's in Africa talking about ways to wipe out disease and improve the economy. So where are Gates and Microsoft headed? We'll take a look at that on Insight today. And we begin a little closer to Microsoft's home with one of Gates' pet projects. It's called the Imagine Cup, a high-tech science fair that invites students from around the world to step into Gates' shoes and innovate, see the future. Let's take a look. It's setup time for these Imagine Cup finalists as heads are scratched, systems tested, glitches found.
There's 3 networks on 6. That's our problem.
These are opening day jitters. Lots of jitters.
Nervous, I think is probably the better word. Terrified, yeah.
The teams each have 7 minutes to make their presentations.
7 minutes of fame.
Welcome.
And wow the richest man in the world when he visits their station.
I get to meet the man today.
From Team India to Team Japan to Germany, the work is intense.
See if we can figure it out. If it doesn't work, we'll get you a wire connection. Okay. And we'll be all set. Oh, no.
24-year-old Joanne Cunningham of the U.S. team confides off camera that her nerves may make her sick. Her team, like the others, has to design a software innovation in healthcare, something that will make people's lives better. Something that will use the power of computing in a way first dreamt of by 2 young guys about their age, just out of college, when the idea of a personal computer was just an idea.
Paul Allen and I would brainstorm about the future a lot, and Paul had shown me how chips were going to make the computing speed go up by factors of millions, and so that's why we said, well, of course they'll be cheap enough that everybody will have one.
A photo of the Microsoft team in the 1970s is circulated on the internet with the caption, "Would you have invested?" If you had, when Microsoft shares went public in 1986, you might have gotten rich. It raised more than $60 million for the company. Now Microsoft is valued at about $240 billion. The company's headquarters outside Seattle reflects that spectacular growth, with landscape gardens and pathways. Employees let off steam with a game of frisbee football. No doubt a chance to unclutter minds of code and computing challenges. No such luxury for the teams competing for the Imagine Cup. Their focus is intense. At stake, prize money of $25,000. Plenty of prestige, maybe even commercial opportunities.
Throughout the day, we have this visualization that happens in the background and it darkens. It brings them back into it.
So they keep track of time.
Yeah, so it's a lot easier for them to do that.
The British team has a new agey-looking computer screen to be placed bedside in intensive care to help critically ill patients keep in touch with friends and family. The Japanese team came up with an innovative way to store medical information, special glasses that allow you to see it all in 3D. Yes,
You can rotate it.
I'm seeing like a dental mold of a patient's mouth. So that's the record of his dental care. Think of this as the World Cup of science fairs, or the American Idol for computer wizards all around the world. In fact, many of the teams here already have plans to try to market their ideas and make them a reality somewhere, even if they don't end up winning this competition at the finals in India. Team Brazil, proudly displaying their country's soccer uniform, has a way to give directions to the blind. Okay. So this is on my wrist. And when it's going to tell me to turn right or left...
Right now it's telling you to go forward.
Forward because both are vibrating. The wristbands are GPS linked, so blind people can find their way even through an unfamiliar building. So I'm turning one direction here.
I'm turning right now.
Yeah.
The right wristband is vibrating.
Now you're turning left.
Turning left.
And then turning left.
Yeah.
So how do I know when I've reached my location? Oh, it's alternating.
Yeah.
The vibrating is going from hand to
The
hand.
user
The Imagine Cup is just a small example of how Bill Gates is transforming his role at Microsoft. He plans to step aside from day-to-day involvement with the company and focus on philanthropy. The Gates Foundation is the world's biggest, with assets of almost $30 billion. It gave away almost $1.5 billion last year alone.
I'm full-time for 2 years, but then I'll be part-time on this and full-time at the foundation. But you'd be surprised how similar it is. Getting great people together, having a view that things that other people think are impossible that maybe we can solve, being willing to take setbacks and keep going.
Critics say Gates is moving aside because of some major setbacks and pressure on Microsoft to innovate more. It's lost out to companies that have seized on the kinds of gadgets that people love to use, and those that perfected search engines and internet advertising. European and U.S. regulators have accused Microsoft of unfair practices, legal battles that continue on a global stage. Gates denies any pressure to move on. He says he's found new passions. And now, the moment of truth. The students are about to learn what Bill Gates thinks of their work. He's treated to some 70s disco by the Korean team. Their software tells you exactly how many calories you burn.
So it tells you the calories and how well you did it, how close. Well, that's great.
And he's clearly impressed with the British entry.
Thanks for coming.
The team invites Gates to leave a personal message for an imaginary patient.
Good luck with your programming. I hope you recover quickly. And I hope you win the Imagine Cup.
It was nerve-wracking, but exciting at the same time, which was great. I mean, just talking to him, he's such a big guy, and well, he's a superstar, really, isn't he?
He's really put technology in the palms of everyone's hands. He's the reason that I have the opportunity to be a programmer. So meeting him was like, wow.
Gates is aware that he's a role model, but also aware that programming always needs fresh minds.
Well, these kids are obviously great programmers. They've been willing to enter a tough competition. There's going to be failures along the way. And I hope my example, my encouragement gets them to push the state-of-the-art a little bit more than they might otherwise.
They've already pushed it this far. Next stop is India, where a winner will be chosen. So this could change your life.
Yeah, it has. I mean, since we began working with it, we couldn't stop doing it because we're really into it. We like what we're doing. We're not doing this just for the competition. We're not doing this just for fun, not just for traveling to other countries. We're doing it because we like it. We had never done any kind of social service like working for other people before. And we do believe in what we're doing. We want to keep going, keep doing it after this is all over.
And good luck to all of them. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Gates' next chapter. Will he have the same success? Stay with us.